Okay, welcome back. It seems to think I'm live, so I'm assuming I am live until Britt tells me otherwise, which she is on checking that things make sense. Or make sense? God, it's been less than a minute and I'm already failing to talk. Luckily, I will be reading, so I will not have to come up with words on my own. I guess I did come up with the words on my own, but it was a while back. I had time to prep. And she says she can hear me, so we're good. Um, Once again, we're going to start in like 5 minutes, but I figure I can talk a little first. You might hear a loud mouse clicking noise as I switch windows, but I can see the number of viewers and that kind of weirds me out, so I'm going to switch over to a different window where I can't see that. I apologize for this noise. My mic is very sensitive. I think I'm going to try maybe using Britt's headphones next time. I think I might have said that last time, and it was a lie that I would figure this out, because instead I've just been still playing Animal Crossing all the time. Yeah. Honestly, that is the best timed game release of all time, and we are all very thankful for it. Steve has finally bought it, so he came to my island today, and we saw his wife too. They're sharing an island, which I'm actually curious to hear more about. Britt and I have separate islands because back in December, I bought a second Nintendo Switch with my Christmas money. I would like to say that this was for really good reasons, but the two reasons were, one, I thought Britt would want to play Animal Crossing and we would have trouble sharing, and two, I wanted to be able to trade Pokemon with myself, which I did, and I have a complete Pokédex in Pokemon Sword, so that was clearly worth. Honestly, at this point, it was so clearly worth it. It's great that Britt has her own Switch to play this game on, and we get to play together, which is fun. We are playing as Bellamy and Clark because I don't really like making my avatar myself in games. I don't know, it feels weird. So I'm usually either Bellamy or Alana the Lioness, and I decided to be Bellamy in this one, so Brett decided to be Clark. So we get to do Bellark Animal Crossing dates, and also I get to put Bellamy in some great outfits. He's got today the Able sisters, who are these hedgehogs who run a store, opened up on my island, and they were selling these rainbow colored sparkly booty shorts, like they're in all the colors of the rainbow. So Belby's now got this sparkly booty short and pink tube top combination outfit with some aviators. It is it's a lot, honestly. It is very alarming. So yeah, Animal Crossing's great. You get to run around and have a museum and build things and have control over your life and visit friends. It's very unrealistic. Um, I mean, I also work, don't get me wrong, I'm still working from home, but the exciting part of my life is Animal Crossing. We did watch Tiger King, that was weird. I don't really get the hype, but you know, we just sort of had it on in the background while we worked and or played Animal Crossing, and it sure did pass the time. I mostly was simultaneously jealous they got to spend time with the big cats, but also very bitter because, like, they did not deserve it and they did not treat those cats well. And I'm angry that they had that access to those cats when no one should have that access. I have a lot of feelings about cats. Speaking of which, the door is cracked, so the cats might come in. I don't know. If there is a long pause, assume I'm drinking water. I need to hydrate a lot. It's just who I am. And this is just an awkward pause. But when I'm reading, I don't have this many of the awkward pauses because, again, I don't have to come up with this stuff on the fly. Yeah, so I hope everyone is self-isolating, or if you're unable to or have a job where you're considered essential, I hope you're staying safe and healthy and that your job cares about you. God. Whew. It's fun living in a capitalist dystopia, huh? Hey, it's 8 p.m. I'll probably give it like one more minute. I did not give as much warning for this one. I'm still trying to come up with a schedule. As you can see from my uh, background image, I will be reading Champion Alcoholics, which is, I think, about 3,300 words. Yeah. So that's probably going to take about as long as the last one. I think next time I'm going to try to go for a longer fic and maybe aim to run about 40 minutes and see how that feels. And then I'm going to start trying to, break up actual longer fics into chunks to read. Again, it sounds like I'm going to do some sort of planning, but really I'm going to play Animal Crossing and then remember on. I think the next time I'm going to stream is probably Thursday around 8 again. Then I'll be like, oh no, it's 6 p.m. I had better figure out what I'm doing. And then I'll play more Animal Crossing. Okay, why don't we get started? So again, this is Champion Alcoholics, which I wrote for Brit a couple years ago. And yeah, I didn't read the summary last time, I'm not going to this time. I figured we'll just dive right in after water. You know what my problem is? Bellamy takes a sip of his own drink, looking amused. Do I get to pick? I've got a list. Clark ignores him. This is my problem. His eyes cross a little as he attempts to focus on the piece of candy she's waving in his face. Reese's peanut butter cups? Yup. Are you too drunk to open the packaging, or is this some sort of tragic love situation? Did you develop a peanut allergy late in life? I feel like I know about that. I've seen you eat peanuts. Before I left, I packed myself some Gatorade to hydrate, and also some peanut butter cups, because sober me knew drunk me would be really happy about them. None of this sounds like a problem to me, just good planning. Exactly. It's awesome planning. I take care of myself so well. Do you know what my ex thought of that? Which ex? Finn. He thinks it over. Probably that he was supposed to be the provider and you didn't need to give yourself peanut butter cups. She has to smile. Pretty much exactly. But then he never had them, so how does that help me? You can't tell me not to bring peanut butter cups and then not have any for me. Yeah, that's douchebag 101. And Finn is basically majoring in douchebaggery, so she giggles. It's a good sign she is extremely drunk. She never giggles if she can help it, and alcohol removes all her ability to keep it in. He'll graduate summa cum laude. What did Lexa say about it? Is candy not supposed to make you happy because life is short and pain is eternal? Close enough. She doesn't really like alcohol that much, so I just felt weird getting drunk around her. No wonder you guys didn't work out. He takes another sip of his own drink. I'm still not seeing a problem with this. No one is ever going to treat drunk me as well as sober me does. And vice versa. What does drunk you do for sober you? Makes sure she doesn't get hungover, writes her nice thank you notes. He laughs. Bellamy is one of those people who doesn't laugh often, and when he does, it tends to be pretty quiet. But Clark loves it every single time. It's mesmerizing. Of course you do. His eyes are still dancing when he smiles at her. So your big revelation is that you can't date anyone because you're already in a relationship with yourself? Kind of, yeah. I'm better at taking care of myself than anyone else is. No one else even tries. Have you told them to? Or is this one of those secret relationship tests? It's easy, right? What would you do? About what exactly? If I told you this and we were dating, you'd know what to do, right? I wouldn't have to tell you. Huh, he says. Yeah, I guess not. Like I said, easy. But somehow also enough of a problem you're never going to date. Self-sufficiency. I can take care of myself, I love myself, I can get myself off. Bellamy chokes a little and she grins. What, did you think I couldn't? Honestly, I try not to think about your masturbatory habits, but I'm happy for you. Except for the forever alone thing. Maybe not forever, but I don't have to hurry. I can wait for the right person. And you should, he says. Can I have half that peanut butter cup? Only if you thank sober Clark. Obviously. She unwraps the candy and splits it in half, and she and Bellamy munch away in companionable silence. Sober you seems pretty great, he offers, after they've washed the chocolate down with some of her Gatorade. The best, she agrees. That's why she deserves the best, too. Yeah, he says, she does. Dear Sober Clark, Drunk Clark and I checked, and my handwriting is better, so I'm writing for both of us. We wanted to thank you for the candy and Gatorade. They were both as awesome as you thought they would be. For next time, we think you should pack something fruity too, for variety. Drunk Clark wants Skittles, but I think fruit snacks. Also gum. Our mouths feel gross. But you're doing great. We really appreciate you. You're the best, and we hope you don't have a hangover tomorrow. But fuck Sober Bellamy. He didn't do anything. Love, Drunk Bellamy and Clark. Clark met Bellamy halfway through her sophomore year when he transferred in from one of the state universities using credits he'd managed to cobble together while he was raising his sister. They hadn't gotten along at first, butting heads in their political science class, but it was hard to dislike someone who is that intelligent and passionate. Clark likes people who care about things. It wasn't really a surprise that she and Bellamy became friends. Best friends, even. There's no one else in the world like him. She still feels a little awkward when he greets her with, "Did Drunk Clark protect you from your hangover?" at breakfast the next morning. "Shut up," she grumbles, and he grins and steals a piece of bacon off her plate. "I can't tell if that's a yes or no. You're always grumpy. And I never get hangovers. How are you doing?" "I wasn't as drunk as you were." "So slightly hungover?" "Nope, Sober Clark had my back too." He props his chin on his hand, watching her. "Do you always do that?" "Always do what?" "Care packages for yourself when you get drunk." "They're not care packages, just supplies. It's like packing condoms when you're planning to hook up." "Which you're not, because you're better at taking care of yourself than anyone else." She puts her head down on the table. "Can you just pretend we didn't have that conversation? That would be the polite thing." "Yeah, because politeness is really my strong suit." There's a pause, and then he adds, "Why do I need to pretend that, anyway? I thought it made sense. I'm going to start packing my own party care packages." She has to smile. "God, you would, wouldn't you? You're totally the care package type." "Yeah," he agrees, after another pause. "That's me." Saturday is Anya's birthday, which means Clark is going to have to get wasted. Lexa will be there with her new girlfriend, and while Clark isn't pining away for her and doesn't regret the breakup in the least, it's hard not to feel like a bit of a failure. Finn's got a girlfriend, Raven's got a boyfriend, Lexa's got a girlfriend. Everyone else involved in her breakups has moved on, and she hasn't. Or she has. She doesn't want Finn, she doesn't want Lexa. But it feels like she can't say she's moved on until she's with someone else, and that sucks. Society is the worst, and she hates it. So yeah, she's going to get drunk, and she's going to feel better. "You know, alcohol isn't a replacement for therapy, right?" Bellamy asks as they walk over. "I don't need therapy. I just need to finish college and get away from my failed relationships." "You didn't fail," he says, surprisingly gentle. "You and Lexa weren't compatible long term. Things not working out doesn't mean one did anything wrong. Finn did something wrong," he adds after a pause. "But you didn't know about Raven, so that was all on him. He was the asshole there, not you." Clark has to bite back on her smile. "You don't have to try to make me feel better." "I know. I want to anyway." "Thanks. I'm still getting drunk." "Yeah, that goes without saying." Anya's parties aren't exactly Clark's scene, as a rule. She likes getting drunk, but Anya tends towards loud and slightly belligerent, focused on dancing and hooking up, while Clark prefers drinking games and good-natured arguing. But Anya's living with Lincoln this year, and Lincoln's generally more relaxed. She and Bellamy did a few shots before they left, just to be safe, and when they arrive, they wish Anya a happy birthday and then head downstairs to play Cards Against Humanity with the calmer guests. When she reaches for a drink after the first round, Bellamy presses a Gatorade into her hand instead, and Clark drinks. Ah! Clark blinks. "What's this?" "Hydrate," he says. "I'm trying this care package thing." She perks up, grinning. "Wait, really? What do you have? What did you bring?" "Are you guys ready for the next card or not?" asks Monty, and Clark grabs Bellamy's arm to tug him away. "We'll watch. I need to check something out." Monty snorts. "Yeah, you do." Bellamy's looking a little embarrassed, but Clark's delighted. He would think this was a good idea. Bellamy loves taking care of people. "So, what did you bring?" "Drink some Gatorade first." She does, and passes the bottle back to him. He takes a large swallow himself and then opens up his messenger bag, pulling a purple lunchbox out. "You have a lunchbox," she says. This is the best night of her life. "Some of this stuff is perishable. I've got an ice pack in there." Clark leans closer, propping her chin on his shoulder. "Like what?" "Celery and carrot sticks." "Oh my god." "What?" "It's supposed to be good stuff. Candy is exciting. Carrot sticks are..." "It's a birthday party," he says. We're gonna have so much sugar our teeth will hurt. I wanted some variety. If we were going to a vegetable party, I'd bring candy. Okay, carrots and celery. What else? Some fruit, protein bars, chewing gum in case you didn't bring any. I did. That's a good idea. Cool. We'll have a lot. Clark repositions so she's resting her head on his shoulder. You're my favorite person. Yeah? Yeah. Can I have a carrot stick? He laughs. As many as you want. Dear Sober Clark, please give Sober Bellamy a tutorial on how to pack supplies for drunk adventures, because he's not great at it. But the carrot sticks were good. Actually, everything was good, but come on, carrot sticks? He's ridiculous. Who brings carrot sticks to a party? Anyway, if we coordinate, we can have better snacks, so talk to him. He's a good friend. A good person. Really, he's just the best. He's reading this and blushing, and it's adorable. He got drunker tonight, so his handwriting is awful. I love him. And I love you, Sober Clark. You're the best, too. XOXO, Drunk Clark. P.S. I think I do okay taking care of you. Actually, I think I'm awesome at it. Love, Bellamy. Clark gets to breakfast before Bellamy the next morning, and she's almost done by the time he makes it down. He's looking worn out, hair a mess, glasses smudged and crooked. She can't remember the last time he looked so out of it. He hesitates before sitting down, which is even weirder. What's wrong? She asked. Wrong? You look awful. Thanks. He slumps down into the seat across from her, rubs his face. I'm tired. Did the care package not work? Are you hungover? I'm fine. Just couldn't sleep. She frowns. Are you feeling okay? Are you sick? I know you don't love Anya's party. I'm fine, he says, with a smile that seems genuine. Just couldn't turn my brain off. He clears his throat. How about you? Did your drunk self treat you right? Yep. We're supposed to make care packages together next time. Fun group activity. She nudges his foot with hers under the table. It is for us, though. You know it is. It is. He clears his throat. I do like the care packages things. I like having that stuff. Of course you do. You get it. His smile is still a little off, but Clark tries not to worry about it. He's not feeling well. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I try. So, discount candy. Very important. You know half-price Halloween candy isn't an obscure life hack, right? Bellamy asks. Everyone knows about it. They're at CVS buying supplies for Raven's Halloween Harry Potter pub crawl, which they're celebrating in the week after Halloween because of scheduling issues. Clark's glad to have Bellamy on our side for this one. It's gonna be a mess. A lot of things could go wrong. They're gonna need a giant care package and a first aid kit, probably. I buy enough to get me through to Valentine's Day. It involves a lot of self-control, not eating it all at once. So this is your special drunk candy? Yeah. He shakes his head. You have this down to an art, huh? If something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Clearly. He runs his hand over the bright bags. What's your favorite? Peanut butter cups? And Twix, yeah. I don't like the stuff with nuts in it. Title of your sex tape, he says automatically, and she elbows him. What about you? Favorite candy? M&M's. Huh. He raises his eyebrows, amused. Don't tell me you're judging me for liking M&M's. I'm not, but they're not great for sales. I just buy them in bulk and put them in Ziploc bags. Trust me, I know how to save money on candy, but thanks for your concern. They fall into an awkward silence, which has been happening more than Clark would like in the last week. Something is off between them, but she hasn't been able to figure out what, and it's bothering her. Every time she asks Bellamy how he is, he says he's fine, and nothing is really different. It's just a vibe between them, something that could be all in her head. It's awkwardness inertia. Once she thinks things are weird, thinking about it just makes it worse. And even though she knows that, she can't stop being self-conscious and obsessive. Are you dressing as a character or just going for your house? She asks, to break the silence. Character. Hufflepuff stuff is a pain to get, so I'm going as James Potter. Gryffindor merch is everywhere. James, not Harry? Brown eyes. Yeah, that's really important. He shrugs. I like James. I was kind of a dick in high school, too, until I figured out what was really important. So now you're a dick for justice. He ducks his head, smiling. That's what I go for, yeah. What about you? Generic Slytherin? I prefer to think of it as gender-bent Draco Malfoy. He frowns. Really? Gender-bent fanfic Draco Malfoy. The one who has secret potential and is trying to unlearn all his racism and bigotry. I like regular Slytherin Clark. She slides her arm through his. And I like regular Hufflepuff Bellamy. But it's a Halloween party. Kind of. We don't have to be ourselves. We're awesome, though, he teases, and she laughs. Yeah, we're the best. Dear Sober Clark, we're idiots. Bellamy wants to make out, but not just make out. Like, how did we not figure this out? He was being so obvious, and we failed. Look, just trust me on this one. I love you and want what's best for you and me. So please, just talk to him. Tell him how much we love him because we do, and we can be happy because he loves us too. XOXOXO, I support and love you, Drunk Clark. Clark doesn't get blackout drunk, generally. What she gets is kind of hazy drunk, where things will remain in her mind, but confused and out of place, not resurfacing for a while. So she knows she had a good time at Raven's party, that she stuck to Bellamy like she was glued to his side. She took his hand at some point, and his fingers were firm and rough, and the whole night felt alive with possibility. She remembers why she wrote the note, too. It had been such a flash of clarity when Miller was making fun of them about their care package, and Bellamy said it made total sense to him, and it had all clicked together. She told Bellamy that she would never date anyone because no one took care of her like she takes care of herself, and the next time they went out, he had supplies for her. He wrote her a note about how good he was at taking care of her, and he is. The right kind of taking care of her, too. Working with her. He's perfect, and it feels so obvious now. She can't believe her drunk self thought she'd forget. It's the most important thing that's happened to her in... She doesn't know. It doesn't really have much competition. If Bellamy is actually in love with her, it's a game changer. It's amazing. She just has to figure out if she was right. So, of course, he's not at breakfast. When she texts, he says he's hungover, and she doesn't quite believe it, but it doesn't really matter. She can work with fake hungover as well as she can work with real hungover. When he opens his door, he doesn't look surprised to see her, even though she didn't warn him. Hey, he says, a little guarded. Hey, I can't believe the care package let you down. I gave you most of the Gatorade. My hero, I brought you hangover food. Is it just a box of bacon? Also eggs, and more Gatorade. His face breaks out in a grin, and her heart twists up. Thanks. We take care of each other, right? It's a test, and he passes it. You take care of yourself, he says, voice a little gruff, eyes shutting down, just like she hoped. Yeah. Did you see the note I wrote myself last night? His face clouds as he thinks it over, and then he shakes his head. No, I missed that one. I decided you were in love with me. For a second, everything is frozen. Then Bellamy lets out a small breath, and his voice is steady when he says, Yeah? Based on what? You keep telling me you want to take care of me. I want to take care of everyone. It's my thing. She tries not to smile. It was good news, you being in love with me. I can't believe I didn't figure it out earlier. I felt like an idiot. I thought you told me about the care package as a test. To see if I would... He clears his throat. Good news? The best news ever. She takes a step in, pauses. Are you really hungover? Not that bad. But you did drink most of the Gatorade. Are you too hungover to make out? She can see him swallow, and then his hand comes up to slide into her hair, and when she tips her face up, he kisses her. And it's so fucking stupid that she could have been kissing him for however long she could have been, and she didn't realize it at all. She didn't even think to try. Fuck, he says, letting out a shaky laugh against her mouth. I thought you were trying to let me down easy. No, just oblivious. I wrote you a note about how good a boyfriend I thought I'd be. Too subtle. He tugs her closer, kisses her again. Well, I think I'd be a really good boyfriend. She grins. Yeah, me too. Dear Sober Bellamy and Clark, good job with the care package. Those protein bars were really good. And Clark loved the fruit snacks, so she doesn't get to complain about them anymore. More fruit snacks next time. Maybe some trail mix. We're still too drunk to have sex, so that's on you guys. We really want to have sex, so don't let us down. Good luck, have fun, we love you very much. Thanks for looking out for us and each other. Love, Drunk Bellamy and Clark. Okay, that's the end of that one. I don't see how long we've been going. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Hopefully we had fun. I guess it's been about 20 minutes, actually. There we go. Like I said, I think next time I'm going to try to come back on Thursday. Do a little longer, maybe aim for, again, about 40 minutes if it's a fic that's 50, 5,000, 6,000. There we go. 5 or 6,000 words. Yeah. Hope y'all had fun. And I'm going to go play Animal Crossing later.